Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer. In today's episode of the Mainline, we're going to be introducing a slightly more complicated supply chain, and we're going to be supplying fuel to Chester. In the last episode, we started supplying bricks to Chester in order to get Chester to grow, because it's going to be one of the bigger cities on the map, I hope, eventually. And it's going to be one of the main termini for the eventual main line that I plan to produce. So the bricks is pretty simple. It's just taking stone from the quarry to the Comats plant and then taking the Comats to Chester. In this episode, we're going to do a slightly more complicated supply chain, and that is producing fuel, which requires us to first extract oil from the oil well, take it to the oil refinery, and then take it to the fuel refinery. This is the first step in introducing even more complex supply chains, which I might do in the next episode. It might be a two-part special, because the next supply chain that I want to do is a lot more complicated and might require trains. But this one has the potential to be a massive money spinner, actually, because we've got what are generally known as backloads. So backloads are basically when you're carrying loads in both directions. So if we take this quarry, for example, we're just taking stone from the quarry to the Comats plant, or the brickworks as I've decided to call it, and then it goes back empty, which obviously going back empty is just costing you money. It's still making profit. If we take a look, it's probably, I think it's the most profitable now, or one of the most profitable routes. No, the most profitable routes, making £2 million a year. So it is profitable, but basically when you're carrying backloads, your truck is taking products in both directions, so obviously it's earning a lot more profit. So what we need to do is, we're still working in this general area, is, I think first of all we need to get a road, and then we can start talking more about what backloads actually means and why they're so much more profitable. So we're going to be taking first of all oil from the oil well, so let's start building a little bit of a road along here. Going to bypass Manchester because we don't want our trucks going through any towns, past any residential buildings, because like I said in the last couple of episodes, if your trucks, buses, trains go past residential buildings, then they do cause noise pollution, which has a negative effect on the growth of your cities or your towns. So we don't really want to be doing that. Going to be using, actually, am I owning that road? Don't want to own it if I can help it. Yeah, no, I don't own it. That's good. Right, so what was I saying? Yeah, I'm going to be using this little bit of road here. I might use all of this road, should I? I might just, I'm tempted probably just to build a little bit of a bypass off this corner. It's not a massive saving, but that could save us a truck, which obviously is going to help with the overall profitability. Obviously, we're going to have to upgrade this for our trucks to go nice and fast, but yeah, we're using as much of the infrastructure that's already in place as possible. That's fine. So what we're going to do is, in the last episode, if you watched the last episode, I spent a ton of money on this here, and I still wasn't happy with it, so I rejigged it again. So I did a lot of terraforming, and yeah, I think it cost about 2 million quid to do that, just to have the trucks going round and out. So I won't be repeating that mistake. So I have gone to the workshop to look for different assets that we can use, and I have found this, which is the little truck stop. It's really cool. Let's just make it a little bit longer, 40, 50, and what this does is it just means your trucks go in and out. They don't have to do any U-turns, which just look rubbish with the articulated trucks. I think we'll go with that. Now I have had fueling pieces. You can configure this as well. It's just like a normal depot, but it's just set up so it goes in and out, nice and straightforward. You can't actually alter it anyway. Let's just see if there are any other options. Number of terminals, 2, 1. Yeah, great. If I know this is quite expensive just to have a little experiment, but I just wanted to see if we can get rid of any platforms, which you can't. Get a little bit of a refund on that anyway, so don't have to worry too much. It would have just been nice if there were, let's get rid of it. Let's play around with the settings of this bit. This is actually, I have finally created or started to create a collection of mods that I'm using, so this will be in that collection. This is the small and compact truck station, in case you just want to find it on Steam itself. Let's do station border, let's fence, connection street length, that's fine. Let's have some lights as well. Higher cargo capacity, what's that mean? It means it has a higher cargo capacity, that's what that means. No, we don't need to worry about that too much, I don't think. Although I probably might make it even a little bit longer. Yeah, what I was thinking is that it would be nice to have the fueling pieces which kind of go on this platform here, but unfortunately you can't, which is a little bit disappointing, but never mind. Yeah, let's just leave that as is. Yeah, because there are some modded fueling segments, much like these here, which like the stone, coal, whatever you call them, segments. They just look a little bit more realistic, but we can't do that with that truck stop, unfortunately. So we'll leave that as is. Right, so we want to be getting some fuel from here, don't we? Again, we'll do. Actually, that did need 2 platforms, so we'll have to come back to that. Can I just chuck that in there, please? Yeah, that doesn't matter too much. Put that in there, and then can I add a second platform to this if I can configure it? No, I can just edit it like this. Yeah, so we're going to have trucks coming in, dropping oil off, and then going out collecting oil, fuel. Yeah, let's just take that. That's fine. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing because basically they're both oil refineries in simple terms. So right, what are we doing? So we're taking crude oil from here, taking it to here to be no we're not, but taking crude oil from here, taking it up here to be refined, and then taking it to this fuel refinery here. So it wasn't actually that yeah, that's all fine, don't need to worry about that too much. Right, so let's upgrade this little bit of road here. That's already upgraded. Good. Right, so let's go to buildings, and then again we'll put 2 on that. I think we'll do 70. The length is just important for the capacity, basically. Obviously, the bigger the platforms, the more of anything they can actually store, which is important. Right, so let's chuck on a couple of routes. So we're taking crude oil from here. We're taking it up to here to be refined into oil. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill up with the refined oil and take it to the fuel refinery, like so. So what we'll do is oil. No, let's just oil, nice and straightforward. And it's from Chester to Manchester. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, that is Newport, actually, to be fair. Newport. Let's have this in a nice shell yellow. That's not quite a shell yellow, to be honest. BP green. Yeah, something like that. It's clashing with that then, isn't it? Let's do it a yellow. Right, I think I would like... Oh no, it's not an issue actually. That's fine. Just going to say I've probably like another truck stop, but we don't need to worry about that. So let's sort out our routes. So this is Manchester Oil Well, and then Newport is Newport Oil Refinery, and this is Chester Fuel Refinery. A bit like that. And yeah, Chester Fuel Refinery. It's handy to name your depots after what they're actually supplying or what they're supplying to, just because when you come down to here, it just makes things a little bit more straightforward. So we're doing Manchester Oil Well, we're taking full load, if any, minimum stop 30 seconds, maximum stop a minute. And then Newport Oil Refinery, we're going to do the same. So we're going to full load any 30 seconds and 60 seconds. I think on this, I might actually set the actual load unload. So we're loading with Newport Oil Refinery. So we're unloading crude oil, which is the barrel, and then we're loading refined oil, and then Manchester Oil Well. All right, okay, let's just sort that out. Let's get that off. So you're loading crude oil. That's it. Newport Oil Well, you don't have to do this because it probably will sort itself out. I just like to have everything sorted out. So we are unloading crude, loading refined, and then Chester Oil Well, we're just unloading the refined. Let's just double check all these. Yeah, it does help. I know if you click on that, it will select the right one, but it just helps to actually click on the actual thing that you're trying to set as well. So loading crude, good. Right, Newport, we are unloading crude and then loading the that refined, and then this one we're just unloading the refined. Good. Right, so I think what I'll do is I'll just start some trucks on the go. So buy vehicles, cargo, sticking with these man trucks for now because I do really like these actually. So don't know what the difference between those two is, and that's just a grain tanker. That's fine. What does N mean? Does it tell you? There is no difference. No, but what I'll do is I'll just buy 2 of them. Don't need to do anything about the maintenance. Just change the colour of the cab, and then we'll do cargo. Nope, cargo oil. Yeah, set them on the way. Change the speed of the game, and then we'll just wait for them to get closer towards Manchester before we put some more trucks on. Okie dokie, so I've put 8 trucks on this so far. I think we're probably going to need about 10 by the looks of the amount of fuel we've got here. We're dumping quite a lot at the minute. I do want to try and get as much of this shifted as physically possible, but I'll just talk you through the backload process. So basically what we're doing is taking the crude oil to this refinery. So that's one load. So these trucks are going to make a profit no matter what. They will make money from that route even if they weren't carrying anything back. But what they're also doing is taking a load of refined oil to this fuel refinery here, so they're earning a little bit more profit. Now this only really works if these two kind of things are quite close together. If these were much further apart, then it's like you've almost got two separate routes, so it probably wouldn't work quite so well. But as these are quite close together, I would class this as a backload and we're making some profit. The only thing with this is, are you full of, you might be new trucks. The only thing with this is it takes 2 crude oil to make 1 refined oil. So basically these trucks will only ever go out 50% full or thereabouts, or some trucks might go out 100% full, some trucks might go out empty. But you can see here it takes 2 crude oil to make 2 refined oil, so we're only ever taking 50% of the refined oil back to the fuel refinery, but it's still an extra profit, and this route is going to make masses of profit. I'm pretty confident about that. Let's just take a look. Is it already making profit? Yeah, we're already up towards the million. I think we're probably going to get some more trucks on this. Yeah, I think probably another 2, I would say at least. So let's chuck another 2 on them. As always, I wouldn't buy 10 trucks in one go, even if I needed 10 trucks. I just like to do them bit by bit, just until we get to that equilibrium of the product being taken and not having trucks waiting for too long to actually pick anything up. So let's just take a look at him. Yeah, he's got 16 oil. Now it's saying there it's got a 50-50 split, but that will eventually sort itself out. We don't really need to worry about that. We take a look at this truck. He should take 100% load. I hope he does anyway. Yeah, he's taken a 32 units load of crude oil. And then we've got fuel being produced at the fuel refinery. Let's just take a look at, no, we don't need to worry about that, that's all fine. Right, so let's get our new route on. Let's take a look at Chester, which is the city that we're trying to grow. And we see, ooh, okie dokie, you take fuel, but... Right, okay, this is something new for me, because with the new game mechanic that was introduced a few months ago or last year, is the towns can kind of grow or lose products. So if you set the setting at the beginning of the game to set town to take different products, then they can decide, well, I'm going to take some fuel, but I can't see any fuel icons. If you know why this is, there's two factories that take fuel, which, to be honest, is not fantastic, is it? Yeah, I did wonder how this was going to work, and this is the first time I've played the game properly, because obviously my West Coast Mainline series was all kind of, I wasn't playing the game properly. There's a lot of industry and shops and stuff around here, but they're only taking 2, which, to be honest, I can't see that being enough to justify that. Right, what are we going to do? Is there anywhere else around here that takes fuel as a primary product? You do, that's Knaresborough. I suppose I could supply a bit of fuel maybe if I just have 1 truck on it. So let's go building, let's just have a drop off. Oh no, we can try these, subscribe to these as well, these street drop off areas. So normally you've got these which are drop off areas, which look okay, but they're not fantastic. And then we have a combination of mods. So this does require 2 mods, even though it doesn't say so on the actual mod workshop itself. So what you need, well, you don't technically, you can just place these and trucks will drop off, that's not a problem. But to make it look a little bit better, we do have these, which are the medium street with slim truck zone. And you've got the same for the bus as well, and they look really cool. So we're going to upgrade. We don't need all of that, to be honest, but we'll just have it anyway. And then we'll go to buildings, and then we'll go to one of these 24. And then if we just place these signs in between those 2, it should automatically go to the curb, which it has. And basically what this does for buses and trucks, it allows our trucks to come in, drop off, whatever, and then but it allows cars to go past and bypass that. So I think we will chuck on 1 tanker anyway, so we'll go there to there, and this is cargo, fuel, Chester, like so. And then I think I'll just chuck on 1 truck. This truck might be a little bit of a loss, possibly. No, I don't want two. I only wanted one. No, that doesn't matter. Right, we'll have that as a SO blue. And then it is cargo fuel to chest. I'm going to change the colour of that line to an SO blue. And then we will just have that one truck, and then we'll have another 2 trucks going to Knaresborough. So let's just take a look at the overlay, make sure we're dropping off in the right sort of region. So yeah, you need loads of fuel, which is good. I think if I place it around here, so if we go to streets, do the same again. If we upgrade that street and then put our building in around there, and then we'll go new line from, I think we might need another bay on this. Was it that one, wasn't it? And this is cargo fuel Chester to Knaresborough, and then we'll have a BP green on that. Does that go past? It does. It doesn't clash too much, does it actually? No, I think that's fine. Right, so for this, I will buy another. That's quite a long drive, isn't it? So I think 4 to begin with, and then I'll just chuck them on this route like so. I'll do these one at a time. Supplying products to towns does sometimes seem to take a little bit longer than the actual factory production, and we've still got a lot going on with that. So I think I'm gonna clone another 2 trucks. Yeah, we're still dumping a load of product. This is why I made depot, I think, bigger. I don't know if I want to do capacity increase, higher capacity, because it doesn't put any buildings on it, and I think it might be a little bit cheaty. No, I'll just do it with extra trucks. Right, so I want to paint these in that green colour as well. Just wait for this truck to get a little bit further down the road. Just one more. I think I'll keep an eye on him, see how far he gets, and then I'll do another truck behind him. Okie dokie, so we'll do another truck, loads and loads of buses. I didn't realise I subscribed to quite so many modded buses. Not to worry, just gives us a good variety. Go away. Good. Right, we'll wait for him to get down the road a little bit, and then we'll put another one on. Are we starting to generate any fuel here? We've got a little bit. I think it'll be interesting actually if I start supplying fuel to Chester, if the number of industries that start to require Chester grows. But what I don't want to happen is for the industries that do require fuel to be too spread out, because then that obviously would be an issue for distribution. You want kind of clusters like this of bricks needed. You don't want like him needing fuel and then over here someone needing fuel, because obviously this truck stop won't reach over to that sort of area. So it'll be interesting to watch if actually supplying a town with a product actually increases the cargo need of that town. Right, so let's put on our final truck. Probably might need another one, but I'm just gonna, like I said before, just one by one figure this to have 3. Oh no, press escape, and then I think what I might do is just alter the terminals. So I think the crude oil should probably be black actually. We'll chuck you on number 1, the oil, and then the fuel. Oh no, you're number 1. Yeah, definitely going to change the colour of the oil to a black colour, and then I'll have to do the trucks as well. I don't have to, but yeah, I will anyway. Maybe actual black. Good. Yeah, so that helps differentiate things a little bit better. Terminals, so yeah, that wants to be the other way. So you want to be on platform 1, and then you want to be on platform number 3. Right, because we need to do our stoppings, don't we? So change the colour of you. Yeah, so we need to set this up. So fuel to Chester, we need full load, if any. I think I'll do the usual 30-second minimum, but I think I'll just increase the maximum to 120 seconds, so 2 minutes, just because I want to make sure the trucks going to Chester actually go out with something. And then we need to do the same with this one as well, don't we? So minimum, full load any, and then I think I'll do a 90-second wait on that one. How are we getting on with this? Yeah, we've still got loads. Right, so oil, another 2 trucks. Yeah, the only thing is it clashes with that. So maybe if we make this a bit of a lighter grey, so it doesn't clash quite so much. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave that. I says, yeah, we're still dumping loads of products, loads of crude oil. Is the end just flashing lights? So I'm not sure if I'm a fan of those. I'm not gonna replace the trucks just to get rid of flashing lights. All right, how busy are our roads getting? The only thing is, we've got the quarry. We've got those trucks going in and out, so this road here could potentially get quite busy. So I think I'll just keep an eye on that. I think what I'll do is upgrade that to asymmetrical, like so. And then I don't need to worry about that road there, do I? And then maybe just a little bit of smoothing around there. I think this one as well possibly needs a little bit of smoothing. And then just around here. How much are you going away with? 16. Yeah, so they're not going away with like completely full loads, but they're going away with something, which just makes the route all the more profitable. That's all good. Yeah, good. this road potentially getting a little bit busy. I think I might just upgrade a little bit of that to asymmetric. I think this one as well will do the same. I know it does slow down your vehicles because of that weird little thing going on there. I think I'll upgrade that to asymmetric as well. Hopefully just keep down the congestion. Do we need more trucks? I think this route will be the first of our rail routes, to be honest, this particular route here, because you can just see the amount of trucks we're using. We've almost got 100 million, which was the point which I said I wanted to start introducing trains, and this obviously being the definitely by now the most profitable route, then definitely one for trains, especially with the backload as well. I think, gotta say, I might be tempted for the train to come here, pick up, and to pick up here, because obviously it's the 2-to-1 ratio, isn't it? But yeah, I probably will do that actually. No, I won't, because that's the way around, isn't it? I keep getting it confused. We'll just do it the one way, and then we'll have to bring in additional crude oil over here as well, which shouldn't be a big issue. So that's all good. I'm just waiting to see if we've still got any sort of equilibrium. Maybe 2 last trucks should start to get our equilibrium a little bit. And then how are we looking here? Knaresborough, maybe. Does Knaresborough want one more truck? Probably. Let's chuck one on anyway. Actually, let's just double check these, because I think they're going past. Yes, actually they're going past, where's the route? Cardiff. And they're going through Knaresborough. So let's just take a quick look at the town overlay. One of these. No, the houses are over there. Does this go past any house? It does. Right, so we need to get these with a little bit of maintenance. So I think I'll just put 25% on them, and the same with Chester as well, because it's going through a town. And if your trucks are making noises past houses, then obviously it has a negative impact on your city growth. I think Chester's probably just getting away with one. Yeah, it's not carrying a great deal. I think this one I'll probably just have as a loss leader, just to kind of experiment to see if the town does start to generate any more demand for fuel. If we just look at Chester, we are supplying all of the fuel it needs with that one truck, so I think we'll just leave that as is. I'm not, I don't mind having a couple of routes losing a little bit of money just to experiment with different things, as long as we're making tons of profit in other things. So even our buses are making lots of money, which is good to see. But obviously you can see here, this one here with the backload, and we've got like loads of trucks on it. It's just making loads of money, and we're still shipping 95%. Do I want 2 more trucks? I think 1. But yeah, we've got 90 million in the bank. I'm just going to slow the game down a little bit now. But you can see there, we've got a really profitable route, which is good to see. So I'm all happy with that. So I think I'll leave it there for today. So until next time, bye bye.